Back in Week 4, the Monarchs lost the thriller in their first game against the Huskies. Can Toronto finish the sweep? The answer comes your way next on Madden Football.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, we write a finish to Week 12 with a good Monday night matchup between the London Monarchs and the Toronto Huskies. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. Akers has got the first down and then some. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Tua sets up to pass it. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And just shutting him off there. Touchdown! Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Huskies have taken the early lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers. Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might win.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Monarchs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at about the 1. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And some room to work. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 45 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on second down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright. And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. So 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down. Sanders' kick is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Returning it, John Ross. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January. You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here. No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. And they'll run again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Monarchs are once again back in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. That time a 6-play drive. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And they rattle off a big one. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And now off to the races down the right side. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Touchdown! Will Fuller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Huskies are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And now here's Ross. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Now Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on third and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Monarchs would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So we are at half. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first two quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls. So. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. Now a play fake. Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now they try the right side here. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On play action, Rodgers out to his left. And he's got his big tight end here. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. He'll try again. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Monarchs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there, with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Monarchs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Tua now on 1st down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd and goal, Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it up. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Looking to pass. Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. He's got Fuller. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up. When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Ashton Davis.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
On play action, now Rodgers. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's complete to Adams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On third down, here's a run by Akers. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They bring their punter out there now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
London about set to take over on offense. And it's looking all the more likely that a fifth straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Rodgers throwing here. He's going to go up top again. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And what a big-time play there. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And it's the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines. We take a break. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. Being chased out left. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, that's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will extend this big lead.
17.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
One final try for Tagovailoa.
He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big offensive explosion.